Hello everyone, welcome to the weekly training with Everyday Ayurveda. I'm going to show you today, as per one of our members' requests, how to actually create a fan page. So what we're going to do is, I've shown you before how to actually create your page. Now what we're going to do is we're going to create like a fan page box. So this will be, the good thing about the fan page box is that you will actually be able to embed this on your site. So people will not actually have to visit Facebook in order to, they'll not have to visit Facebook in order to actually just post. So, I'm sorry, in order to actually like your page. So they can do that from there and still keep on your page and still be able to browse your products and services and not have to go anywhere. So what I'm going to do is, I'm on the Facebook page here and I'm going to click Edit Page. And then I'm going to click on Resources on the left. And then we're going to come down here to where it says Use Social Plugins. And what you'll see is that there are a list actually of different plugins that you can actually use on the site. So if people, for example, if people wanted to install a like button so people can click like on their post, we also have a send. I'll send them a message, your friends a message. We also have subscribe buttons, comments, activity feeds, etc. Now, I think for people who are starting out, the most important one actually is going to be the like box here, and that's what we're going to discuss today. So I'm going to click here on the like box, and okay, so what we're going to do here is we're actually going to have this, this is basically how you set it up. So what it's got is on the right hand side it has an example of how the box will look, and they're using the Facebook platform for this. And then there's the like button. We also have the Find Us on Facebook thing at the top. We have a list of the posts that have been placed onto this page recently. And we also have a number of people who have actually liked this page. And what you'll notice is that, these are my friends, so these people will show up first on your list here. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to actually open up another Facebook page real quick. And then I'm going to come down to Everyday Ayurveda. And what you'll see is this link up at the top. This is the link that you want first. So we have Integral Ayurveda. So I'm going to copy that. And a Facebook page URL, I'm going to paste that into there. Okay? And then what you'll see is it will actually refresh that. So here are a bunch of people who have actually liked the Everyday Ayurveda page. Now, next thing, I'm going to skip just for now the width and height. And I'm going to just come down here. You have various options to either show or hide faces. So you'll see now we just have posts. We also have the stream, so this is the stream. So if I click this, then you have a very small box for people to like. And then also the show header button. Now, if I click on show faces here, which will give me this thing, when I show the header, it's basically Find Us on Facebook. So, I like to keep things very simple, so I don't like to have a header on there. The stream, I think this is overkill. I would rather people see directly. They're going to see your site's content anyway, and chances are you're going to be posting most of your own content from your own site. So that's what we're going to do. So we're just going to leave on the faces. We're going to take the stream and the header out. And we also have options for color schemes. So if you have a darker background on your site, then you can actually select the darker color scheme. If not, do keep it in light. People will see it. It will stand out a lot more if we keep it this way. And this is pretty much it. You don't really need to worry so much about the height of your box. We may just want to fiddle around with that, and we'll see that, if we want to make this thinner, for example, say we wanted to make it 250, then we'll see we only have enough space for 4. we don't really want to make this any more than 300 because I'm going to show you the best place really to put this next. So we want to keep this. I think 250 is a good number. Maybe 270 is. You know, we want to make sure that this white space isn't here. So if I can go to 290, oh, we still have that. So maybe my 292 that was on here before. So okay, so the 292 is the only one which will actually give me enough space to actually have 5 on there. What you may notice is if you don't have a sidebar, because we're going to want this in the sidebar other than anywhere else. If you don't have a sidebar set up on your site, then if you do have a sidebar set up on your site, then chances are it's going to be around 270. So this box may actually go over the edge. So what I'm just going to do here is I'm just going to put in 275. Actually, we're going to make it small. Let's make it 250. Okay, so we only have enough space for 4. This is just fine. Keeping the faces in does actually, you know, people like to see that there are other people on the page, so that's fine. And then we're going to click on Get Code. And what we're going to do is we're going to actually just click. I mean, this is, you know, this is going to get tricky. So the easiest way, rather than use HTML5 or XFBML, we're just going to click on iframe. And look at that, you only have one piece of code to copy. So we just click once in this box, and then we copy. So I'm just going to copy this here. If we use HTML5, it can get a little tricky. So, you know, we want to make sure to really just to avoid making things harder than they have to be. So we're going to use iframe. So I'm going to copy that, and what I'm going to do next is I'm actually just going to go real quick to the Everyday Ayurveda page. And so if you have, excuse me, if you have a WordPress site set up, then the best place really to put this is going to be in Appearance and Widgets. If you have a different kind of site that's not hosted with WordPress, you may want to add it into the appropriate sidebar section that you have set up. Otherwise, it may just be a little, it may get a little tricky. So we want to make sure that it is in the sidebar. We don't want this really in the main body of text. Okay, so what we're going to do is, real quickly, I'm actually going to just open up another window so we can see the Everyday Ayurveda site. And I'm going to come to the blog, just here. Okay, now what you will actually see is that just underneath the opt-in box here, is we do actually already have an Everyday Ayurveda Facebook page fan box. So what I'm going to do is if I come back to widgets here and I go to the blog sidebar, hang on, I think I got them wrong here. Okay, so the Facebook fan box, this is actually a plugin that you can actually get for WordPress. Now, I'm not going to show you how to do this because I have a feeling that some of you may pass out simply from the number of things you have to click. Sometimes it can get a little complicated. I like to keep things simple, especially for people like yourselves who may not be completely tech savvy as much as I am. So if you are a lot more tech savvy, then please feel free to download what's called Simple Facebook Connect, and you will get a bunch of these plugins that, as part of that package, and you will need to set it up with this key and the profile ID. But don't worry, we're not going to do that. What I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to add a new text box, and I'm just going to paste in that code that I have just taken from Facebook. Now, if I were to actually click Save on here, if I were just to scroll down and refresh the page, then what you will see when Facebook has loaded up is, ignore this space. This is an extra plugin that we have set up here. This will not happen on your site, I promise. So what you'll actually see is, you'll actually see that we have this box, very simple, very straightforward. It has been set up on the page, and then people can just click like, and then that will be liked. Once again, I do recommend you put this in your sidebar. I don't recommend you put this in the main body on the left hand side. Sidebars do work best on the right rather than the left. So keeping this into the sidebar is a really good way as people are scrolling down. If they're liking your content and they want to be able to have this come into their feed on Facebook, then just clicking this like button will actually help this process to speed along. Okay, that's it. Super simple and straightforward, and we have a new like box on the page. If you have any questions about this, please do feel free to post them in the comments below. Otherwise, I look forward to delivering you a new training next week. Thanks a lot.